Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mad as a Go. Today it's another top 10 list. Today it's my personal favourite top 10 YouTubers. Let's get into it. Number 10. First one, here's a YouTuber that every male who's ever gone on YouTube at least knows about. Bang! Miss Hannah Minx or Jinx, I'm not entirely sure on what her actual user is, but I have watched her videos and I am subscribed to her channel. Why? Because she has such good content. No, it's not that at all. Look at the picture. Why do you think I watch these videos? It's fucking obvious. But the good thing about this lady is she isn't like other YouTubers like Jenna Marbles, who gets views because she shows off her skin but doesn't realize it and thinks she's actually funny. This lady is smart. Why? Because every video is shot with a down angle, so you're getting a good view of everything and everything is good. She's a chunky lady, she isn't like a stick figure, which is kind of refreshing to see on the internet, and also she has the big eyes and the nice cheekbones. She's fucking great looking. And you can look at her for 4 minutes and listen to her talk about whatever and it doesn't matter. And that's why I like her. She's probably the only one of that style of YouTube making that I enjoy. Because she knows what's getting the views and she isn't afraid to use it. So good on her. Good works. Number 9. Alright. Angry Ozzy. Yeah, one of the only Aussies out there doing rants, and he does it fucking amazingly. He can yell and scream and get all frustrated and you're still laughing, but at the same time you're learning something. He has good opinions and they're not totally biased. He's willing to correct himself and, you know, but he does put out what he believes strongly and he puts it out there strongly. And it's good. It's refreshing to see someone not talk shit, not talk about Kim Kardashian, not talk about celebrities or anything like that. He keeps it 100% real and that can be shocking for some, but I appreciate the fact that he has the balls to say it as it is, so I fucking love his shit. Number 8. Pat the Nest Punk. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there, you know, nowadays doing reviews of old games and whatnot, but I like the way this guy does it because he doesn't swear that much and he hasn't got a very violent style with his comedy. It's almost a somewhat, you could call it childish style of comedy, but I really enjoy it. It's simply done and it doesn't take a lot of thinking to understand the jokes. And some of his videos have these really intricate stories. He does one where he's a prototype Nintendo which plays multiple games, I don't remember the model number, gets stolen and there's this creepy guy who, you know, forces him to do a review to get it back and whatnot. It's a great video, worth checking out, and I'm telling you, check out his channel, it's pretty good. Number 7. Goremy. This is one of the first YouTubers I ever saw, and his first video that I saw was the McDonald's rap. And you're probably thinking, man, that sounds cheesy and crap, and I thought so when I saw the thumbnail. But I watched a few of his videos, and even though the titles and thumbnails would suggest they're gonna suck, they don't. They're actually done quite well. One of his best ones is his song, I Dominate. It even has a reference to Oedipus in it. I like that it goes something like this. That's like saying Oedipus was just a little bit into his mom. Really intelligent, like comedy like that. It's an immature joke but done in an intelligent way. He's not like other YouTubers who just say the joke and you just immediately get it. Sometimes you're like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. And I like that. It doesn't fully challenge you, it's not full on intellectual, but it does challenge you at least a little so it keeps your attention. He also does some political satire as well, which is kind of refreshing to see on YouTube. So I appreciate Goremy's work. Number 6. Jon Lajoie. Everyone on YouTube knows who Jon Lajoie is. Need I say more? Everyday Normal Guy, What the Fuck Collective. All of his videos are fucking hilarious. My favourite videos that he does are those parodies of the commercials, because they set up this serious scene and then it ends up just being a joke. And you're expecting the joke, but when it finally hits you, it actually hits you. And that's like the best thing in comedy, when a joke comes out and just, oh, and it got ya. That's what comedy is. He does it brilliantly, and yes, he has received all the rewards of being good at what he does. He has millions of subscribers, and he's probably one of the only YouTubers with such popularity who actually fucking deserves it. So good on you, Jon Lajoie. Keep it happening. Number 5. PMRants. I can relate to this guy hugely. Why? He's just great. Everything he says, pretty much everything I agree with. There hasn't been many comments that he's said that I've gone, oh, I don't really agree with that. Pretty much everything he says is real, and it's his actual opinions, and he doesn't need to do excessive swearing or do any sort of crazy stunts or jump around the room or anything like that. He can do it with subtlety, he can do it with blatancy, he can cover pretty much every style of rant comedy. Yes, there is styles within ranting of comedy. There's certain ways you can deliver a punchline, and he always does it really well. And it's simple editing and simple videography, but I really enjoy it. So good on you, man. You're doing great stuff. Keep it going. Number 4. Epic rap battles. Probably not the most original idea on YouTube, but I really enjoy them. It is a pretty cool idea. What they basically do is they take famous characters and they do like rap battles between those characters. Like they've done one Cleopatra and someone. They're kind of hard to remember. That's the only problem with the epic rap battles. You watch it once and then it kind of fades off. You can't really go back for multiple views over and over again. The jokes kind of wear thin after maybe 2 listens at most, but still a really cool idea, and it's fun to watch. So epic rap battles, not too bad. Number 3. Todd in the Shadows. He started on YouTube and is now on the That Guy with the Glasses website, and everything on that website is good, like the Nostalgia Critic and shit like that. It's great. But Todd in the Shadows is probably my favourite because he specifically concentrates on music for the most part. He does pop song reviews, which basically takes like the biggest song at the time, breaks it down, and gives you about 1,000 reasons on why it's total ass gravy. And I appreciate that. He has the balls to say things that other people don't quite have the balls to say. But he doesn't just say it and swear at you, and that's another thing. He doesn't really swear at all. He uses his intellect. He actually researches the songs and researches their meaning and gives you a full understanding on why they're crap. So before watching his videos, I couldn't tell you why Like a G6 is crap, but now after his video, I could do a rant about that, but I'd basically just be copying what he said. Anyway, Todd in the Shadows, great YouTuber. Number 2. A Dose of Buckley. I love this guy. This guy is great. He does do pop song reviews similar to Todd in the Shadows, but he also does ones where he just critiques either famous people or famous stories. He did one recently about Kim Kardashian and how she was comparing the struggles in her life to someone who had cancer. And he basically just went on to say she's a fucking bitch. And guess what? I completely agree. That's what's great about this guy. You see people on the news and in the tabloids and everyone calling them great, and then what he does, he researches them, finds that nugget of shit and puts it on the internet for the world to see. And a lot of people are too scared to see him reveal the pieces of shit about their favourite celebrities, but guess what? He's always right, and what he says actually teaches you something. If you watch A Dose of Buckley regularly, you'd stop trusting the tabloids and trusting all that celebrity news and all the garbage, because he basically just breaks it down and turns it into shit. Another suggested video for him would be his one on the One Direction song. He does a really good review of that. So, A Dose of Buckley, great shit. Number 1. Okay, so the grand finale, my favourite YouTuber of all time. I only found out about this guy recently, but I've watched all his videos and loved all of them. James the Nintendo Nerd, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd, aka James Rolfe. This guy started as a filmmaker and made a lot of films in his college years, and there was 3 he made which was basically just reviews of old Nintendo games, and he'd just basically yell and scream about games that were like 25 years old, and that was basically the joke. And when he first uploaded them to YouTube, he didn't expect any fame. He just uploaded it for his friends and people to see, you know, if they wanted to have a look at it. Next thing he knows, he's got a couple million subscribers and people around the world are watching his videos. They're fucking great. Even if you're not into gaming, even if you think gaming is the biggest waste of time, you can watch an Angry Video Game Nerd review and piss yourself from start to end. Some of his, you know, character features include the excessive swearing, which can be kind of lame in some contexts, but he kind of twists it and puts his own style of swearing, like what the fucking ass of fuck and shit like that. He does these really complex rants as well, like the one on the Ninja Turtles game, when he just stops and he goes into this long rant, and it's just done beautifully and has been quoted by a lot of nerds. So for reasons like that, and many more other reasons like technical ability with editing and whatnot, He has to be the #1 YouTuber. Unfortunately, Ray William Johnson is, got more views and shit like that, but I think that's just bullshit. This guy should be in Ray William Johnson's place. He didn't just take a bunch of videos off the internet and say some funny comments about them. He made his own videos. Why isn't he at #1? Explain it. Anyway, so that was my top 10 best YouTubers in my opinion. I'll see you on the potato side. Just a reminder for all my viewers, this lady has breasts. May not have noticed.